Well, it's that time. We've decided to de-winterize the camper.
The Airstream.
The Airstream, sorry.
Not trying to be a snob.
And Mike's going to be using it for the next couple weeks, so we figured this is a good opportunity to just do a quick little video and show you guys what we do to de-winterize, and this will be the first time that we're doing it in the Airstream.
Yeah, and we just got this brand new, and I don't know if it's got RV antifreeze in it. I don't know if the water heater's been bypassed, so I guess we're just going to find out as we go along. So yep. I mixed up a solution of bleach and water. This fresh tank is 54 gallons, and the water heater is 6 gallons. So it's a 1/4 cup of bleach to every 15 gallons. So I used a cup of bleach and I just diluted it with some water in this container. So I'll dump this into the fresh tank and then top it off with fresh, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
A funnel would make this a whole lot easier.
We usually advise a funnel, but this had a spout on it, so we thought, well, let's give it a try first.
So the plug is in there. I don't know if it's tight beyond hand tight, but we'll find out.
Now we're just gonna monitor the tanks.
It's at 25%. So go ahead and turn the pump on. And Airstream made it really easy to get to the water pump. It's kind of hidden. It's right down inside here. Probably not going to show up on camera very well, but you can hear it running. So I'm going to run water through each faucet, and then I'll just let the bleach mix sit overnight, and then I'll flush it tomorrow morning. We're gonna get a lot of my clothes and food and stuff stocked up in here because today is Friday. I will be leaving on Sunday, and it's about 37 degrees outside.
Yeah, it is not warm.
No, it sucks, but I can't complain, I guess. Good to use the Airstream.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Well, we went to Walmart and stocked up on a bunch of stuff. This pantry will work out pretty good, I think. So I'm on the outside of the trailer trying to get things together, ready to go this weekend. And I was looking at the way that the dealer set up the hitch. Now, we all know that after the dealer sets up the hitch, you need to double check it yourself. The problem is that they wouldn't let me do it. So I just had no choice but let them install it, then come home and do it right myself. But here's what I found. So on this bracket, which is on the right side of the tongue, you can see where the bars were wearing when we came home. And it's wore all the way across. You can see by how it's got some surface rust on it. Now look at the other side. So now in this one, you can see it's got some rust right here where it's been wearing. but nowhere else here. And then when we step back and look at it, you can see that this bracket it's not square. So I'm gonna have to loosen up these bolts and move that bracket, so that way when the bar rides here, it rides across the entire surface. Okay, so it's Saturday. I've drained the fresh tank after it sat all night with the bleach mix in the water. Now I'm refilling the tank, and I'm gonna run the faucets to get the chlorine smell out, and then I'll probably drain the fresh tank again and refill it. So right now we're at 40% full in the fresh tank as it's being filled. And I'm just gonna go around, and I like to run the hot side to run the new fresh water through the hot water tank. And I'll just run it until it doesn't smell like chlorine anymore. And I will do it at each faucet. So we got food stocked up in here. I got some clothes. Probably finish up putting clothes in here today. We got cups, bowls, silverware, stuff like that, which we ended up putting up here. So we got, you know, not much, but it's just the two of us. Cups and bowls and plates. Now we went with this cabinet here because if you look at these cabinets, a plate, just a regular size plate, doesn't want to fit. Paper plates, they will fit just fine. No problem there. We just like the bigger plates. For clothes, we're gonna split this closet. I've got a lot of clothes in here right now. This is stuff that's just gonna stay in here. It's just overflow from the house. So I've got that half of the closet. Lynn will take this half. We got room for all of our bath towels and things like that. So I'll probably set up the hitch tomorrow before I leave. I mean, the dealer set it up like I said earlier, but now that we've got a lot of weight in here, I'm going to have a full tank of fresh, which the fresh tank is directly over the axles. That shouldn't be an issue, but it's going to make a big difference between when we brought the trailer home and when I head out for the first trip, because I'll have a lot more stuff in here. And I just don't ever really trust how the dealer set up the hitch. It's just quick and dirty to get you out the door. Alright, so I got the trailer hooked up. It's all packed up, and I'm going to weigh the tongue. I'm using a homemade tongue weight scale. If you want to know how to make this scale, there'll be a link in the description, probably at the end of the video too, that you can check it out. It's pretty easy, just using a bathroom scale. So on that end down there, I've just got these 2x4s sitting on a pipe, and then down in this end, got the bathroom scale. I'm going to lower the tongue jack so all the weight is on the 2x4s, and then I'll get a reading down here on the scale and multiply that by 5. So the scale is reading 243 pounds, so I multiply that by 5, and that comes out to 1,215 pounds, which is pretty heavy. And I know if I don't weigh the whole trailer that I really don't know what the weights are, but what I'm concerned about is this. My payload capacity is 2,646 pounds, so we can take 1,200 pounds out of that, and that's what I got left over for payload. I've got the trailer hooked up. See that the equalizer's all set up. Now the dealer put this crazy drop shank on my truck, which I didn't really care for. I didn't think it was necessary, but they gave it to me, so I took it. Of course, they installed it because I wasn't allowed. So I took some measurements. The way that the truck sits empty at the front fender is 40 inches. Now, I really only pay attention to the height of the front because it's really all that matters, is putting that weight back on the front axle. So it was at 40 inches, sitting totally empty. Without weight distribution, it came up half an inch, so at 40 and a half. With weight distribution, it's at 40 and a quarter. So the way they set it up, it did restore 50% of that weight, which is good. However, the trailer is not sitting level. It's pretty low in the nose, which means I'm gonna have to raise this up, which is a complete pain because they used an impact to put all those nuts and bolts in there. But I've got this That's the original shank that came with the hitch. So I'm going to put this back into place. Okay, so I got the new shank on, and it did raise the ball up about 1 3/4 inches. So I'm going to back under it and see if the trailer sits level now. Right, got the normal stock drop shank installed. I don't have the safety chain thing hooked up yet. Now, all I did was change the height of the ball. Went up 1 3/4 inches. I think that's what I said. And it actually lowered the front of the truck back down to 40 1/8, so it's only 1/8 inch higher than when it was before. And just as a little visual, I got my level out here. So here you can see it is just slightly low in the nose. So if I lift the nose of the level up, it goes to level. That's kind of how I like it. Just slightly low in the nose. As a side note, having solar and an inverter is pretty cool because I'm charging my camera battery right now, right here. And we can see on the charging status, solar voltage is 12.8. Charge amps right now is 2.9. Now it is kind of cloudy. Earlier, it was reading about 8 amps of solar charge. So I am ready to get out of here and get down the road. So I will see you guys at the campground.